I was on the phone, but he just knocked the shit out of Matthew Bauderlique. Let's see if we can get you a replay. I'm sure they're going to show us a replay. Geez, I don't even know what round that was. You know, I hate when that happens, like when I'm like on the phone, you know, or I'm doing something, then all of a sudden somebody gets knocked the fuck out. But welcome to the show. I'm T-Street Controversy with Fight View 360. One more fight before the main event of Usyk Joshua 2. Next up is going to be Big Bang CCP Zhilei Zhang taking on Felix Hergovitz. There's Callum Smith. He is now the mandatory for Beterbiev's WBC title. This was a final eliminator. So thank you for watching. And oh, they're about to show it. It was ugly too. And I was wondering because, see, one thing you've noticed is that he kept, that was the first knockdown. He kept engaging, you know, like put it this way. I like his style. Ooh. And look, he just, that was the first knockdown. I'm waiting for them to show when he got his ass knocked out. Because he damn near fell out the ring. But I didn't like how he was lunging with his punches, especially when he would go to the body. Oh, there it is. Let's see if they show it again. But yeah, look at him. Here it is, the shot. Boom. The reason why I'm doing this is because the Zone, they get real funny with their footage, bro. They send out copyright claims. Look, he fucked up. Look, almost did the Groves. Remember they did the, wasn't like one of the first boxing memes, big time, like George Groves. Like remember when people were doing like pictures and posting them to Facebook and Instagram of them laying on the canvas? Sleep. But I'm looking at Callum Smith at 175 and he is huge. He was huge at 168 pounds. But I'm not really sure if he can hang with Beterbiev. Now, Beterbiev has been injured. He was supposed to be fighting Anthony Yarde, his WBO mandatory, in October. But he had some type of foot injury. And let's turn it up. I want to listen to the post-fight interview and listen to the particulars. Dimitri Bivol beat Canelo. Dimitri Bivol is going to be fighting Zurdo Ramirez. He wanted to fight Joshua Buatsi, but the WBA ordered him to fight Zurdo Ramirez in a fight I'm really, really looking forward to. In fact, I'm favoring Bivol in that fight, but not by much. Like, Zurdo Ramirez is good. The only reason why I'm not flat out picking Zurdo is because he did struggle with Jesse Hart. Love him to death, but he struggled with Jesse Hart the first fight. Let's turn it up.
Certainly if he wins a title at 175, and I think he's definitely in the discussion there. Eddie checking Twitter for him.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Hector reaches the count of 10 at 1 minute and 53 seconds of round number 4, declaring your winner by knockout and the winner of the WBC light heavyweight world title eliminator, Callum Mundo Smith.
So Callum Mundo Smith with a highlight reel knockout. 2 straight.
Yeah, so looking at the 175-pound division, my website, FightView360.com, our rankings are updated monthly in accordance to the sanctioning bodies. Why hasn't the WBO been updated yet, Mikey? What's going on? But yeah, he did beat Joe Smith, meaning Artur Beterbiev, to win that WBO title. Callum Smith is now the mandatory for the WBC. IBF currently doesn't have a mandatory, but they ordered Joshua Buatsi and Jean Pascal to fight to be the mandatory for the IBF. But basically, it's looking like this. It's going to be Beterbiev versus Anthony Yarde sometime in the spring. Bivol Ramirez, hopefully we'll have that in the end of the year, maybe December, maybe January, no later. And then in a perfect world, by the summer, maybe around this time, in 2023, we'll see an undisputed fight between Artur Beterbiev and the winner of Bivol and Gilberto Ramirez. And then Callum Smith is next in line.
Finish back in Jeddah where you won your world title. Sum that up for us.
Yeah, good performance. Been a long time out there. Good to get back in regardless of where it was. But good to come back here, and I affect any of the memories I got from here. I still remember it as a good place. I've had another good knockout win here, and it puts me in line for the world title next. So good night all round.
What about Mathieu Bauderlique? Were you surprised at all by the fast start that he had?
Yeah, not really. I was surprised by how much he engaged with me early on. I thought he was going to move a lot and try and offset me and then take me later in the rounds. But to be fair to him, he engaged, and he caught me a few times, but he weren't too happy in the corner. I went head on, he was screaming to slow him down the body first, and I finally landed a body shot, and then the left hook come off it. But we're still gelling. I know what he's asking me to do in camp. Sometimes just get a little bit hot-headed in the heat of the moment, but I think it was a good performance. I think he's happy with the finish, and we move on and move forward and keep improving as a fighter.
By him adopting that approach, it gave you the opportunity for the catch and counter. I'm sure we've seen that somewhere before.
Yeah, I think it's another one to add to the reel. I've got a few of it. It's a good shot. It's got me out of trouble a few times, and it's just something I find so comfortable, and it looks good on the cameras when I watch it back after it. But yeah, he come out game, fair play to him. It ends up a bit of a shootout, which wasn't the fight I expected, but regardless of how it goes, I'm always confident in my own ability and believe I can get the win.
What about the future now? That was an eliminator for Beterbiev's WBC title. He won't box now until 2023. So the question is, will you wait or will you try and get another fight in? It's a question for Eddie Hearn after you.
I'll sit down with my team, we'll see what the best option is. And obviously, I want a world title, that's all I want. I'm still in this game to become a 2-8 world champion. It's a big goal I've set myself, but a goal I fully believe on achieving, and tonight put me one step closer. I'm here and Beterbiev's injured, and he'll have to sit out for a little bit, and obviously he's got the WBO mandatory. Hopefully he'll have his WBC mandatory as well, so things get a little bit messy, but I just want to keep winning, and at some point I will become a world champion.
Stay with us, just want to put that to Eddie Hearn. I mean, it's about managing it now. Will you try and get Callum out one more so he doesn't stagnate, or is it a case of a waiting game now? I think Beterbiev is definitely out until 2023.
No, first of all, this city's been very good to Callum Smith, so I want to thank everyone in Jeddah for supporting Callum Smith from the World Boxing Super Series to victory tonight. And that was a really good performance because he's been out of the ring for 11 months and he's been very patient. The Beterbiev fights, the only thing he's in the game for is to be a 2-division world champion. But I want to see him active. One fight this year hasn't been enough. We want him to box again if he's ready and willing in probably November, December, because Beterbiev's probably going to come in the spring, and if it's summer, love to do that fight at Anfield. I really believe he can win that fight. It's the unified light heavyweight world championship. It's a massive fight in Liverpool as well. He's got the power to do it. Him against Beterbiev is a great shootout, but tonight he's got his position. He's mandatory. No one can take that away from him. I believe he can go on and become light heavyweight world champion. And again, thank you everyone for your support. It's been a great place for him and a great performance.
Callum, if it is Beterbiev, if it is Bivol, or if it is somebody else, is the goal still the same, that's to become a 2-weight world champion? Do you believe, you've got the skills, but you have got the power now at light heavyweight to challenge these guys and ultimately knock them out?
Yeah, I've always believed I've got the skills. If you've got the skills at one weight, I believe you've got the skills at another. I was good enough to become number one at 168, and I've had 2 fights at 175, and they've both been highlight reel knockouts. So I certainly do think I've got the power at 175 as well, and I believe I'm improving all the time under my new trainer. So look, if I didn't believe I could win, I wouldn't be standing here. It's a tough way to make a living, and there's better things to do with my time, but I fully believe I can, and whoever the champion is, I don't really care. It's just I want that belt, whoever's got it.
Fair play, you're very good at it. Safe journey home.
So a big victory for Callum Smith, and coming up next, or later on tonight, excuse me.
By the way, this show has been dragging. It started at 1 p.m. and they've had like a ton of filler, But yeah, it looks like he's going to have an interim fight or, something, to stay busy, because as soon as Beterbiev gets back, once what you talked about, he has to fight Anthony Yarde. So that's going to be next year. So he ain't going to be getting a title shot no time soon. It's going to be interesting to see who he does fight, and I know they're not going to put him and Joshua Buatsi in together. They got their own paths, but maybe he'll be able to fight in his next fight for an interim title. But look, he already fought Bauderlique. Joshua Buatsi has been ordered to fight Jean Pascal. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. Anthony Yarde, Frank Warren fighter, he's definitely going to be waiting to get his shot at Beterbiev. So he ain't going to happen. And then you got Joe Smith. Maybe we can see him versus Joe Smith Jr. And, like an interim fight, I guess. Maybe a Matchroom USA card or a headlining card over in the UK. Maybe. Jesus, Andre Dirrell is ranked. What the hell? Well, But all right, guys, on to Big Bang, CCP, Zhili Zhang. Take your time out, like the video, subscribe. Also, on your listening platforms, on Monday, I'm going to be releasing my podcast on Apple, Spotify, Google, Stitcher, iHeart, Amazon, wherever you listen to your podcasts. I'm going to be doing a audio recap of the whole card. So the link to my podcast is down below in the description box. Thanks for watching, listening in. Please subscribe, leave a like before you go. See you guys later.